అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. Today is 22nd August 2023 and we are very happy that we are going to have another lecture from Dr. Visalakshi garu, our Vice President, Sanaatana Dharma, Veda Samskruti Samiti. Yesterday we have covered Kutumba Vyavastha in total, and then we started with another topic, the role of women in our life. And today we'll continue that. And we have already completed 1.5 months of coursework where we have covered a lot of topics. And this topic will go on tomorrow also on Sanaatana Dharma. After that, we'll have Kathopanishad for 2 days. Then we will see 1 day on Puranas, 2 days on Vastu, and then 1 day on research topics. After that, we have one exam on 30th, a practice exam. After that, we'll have final exam on 1st of September. So now we will start the session with Vande Mataram by Challa Chittibabu garu and chanting Prarthana by Ananthan garu. Challa Chittibabu garu, please.
Yeah. Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malaya Jasitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajyosna pulakitayamini pullakusumita drumadala shobhini suhasini sumadhura bhashini sukhadam varadam mataram vande mataram. Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Now let us request Ananthan garu to chant Prarthana, please.
सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. एकनिमिष ध्यानम्. Let us close our eyes. Sit erect. Total concentration on breath. Without any effort. I just watch my breath. Coming up its own, going up its own. The moment I am separated by my mother's womb, the moment I am separated from my mother's womb, this mother has taken over and nourishing me every minute. Three times Omkaram. Om. गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् महागणपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु वाग्देव्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे। न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः।
ధన్యవాదములండి అనంతన్ గారు. Now let us request Visalakshi ji to start the webinar, please.
ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ పార్వతీ రాజరాజేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మేధా దక్షిణామూర్తయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మహాసరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం శివాయ గురవే నమః. ఓం నమః శివాయ చ నమః శివాయ. ఓం నమః శివాయ. Now we are continuing yesterday's topic, the position of women in our Sanaatana Dharma and the greatness of Strimurtis and all. So yesterday we stopped at the point explaining the word Stri, the greatness and prominence, and actually what is the meaning, what is the greatness and significance of the word Stri. Now elders say that the essence of actually this life, the whole life is that is the happiness is due to woman, due to mother, sister, patni, they say. Due to the role of woman, the life of women and men becomes very happy. So there's a poet said that smitena bhavena cha lajjaya bhiya parangmukhair artha kataksha veekshanaihi vachobhirirshya kalahena leelaya samasta bhavaihi khalu bandhanam striyaha. That is, by all these so many feelings are explained here. So with all sorts of these gestures and then feelings and expressions, the wife attracts husband. So that is how she amuses him, brings a sort of happiness and peace to the mind and heart of her husband. So from Veda mantras, it is known that women are given utmost honor and great honorable place in our ancient times. In those days, girls also used to study equally along with their brothers. They played with brothers, they played the ball, whatever games normally children play, both girls and boys used to play. And also even girls learn music, especially girls are always well versed in fine arts, Chitralekhana, Sangita, Natya, etc. Kalalu, we say. So she used to learn music, fine arts, and studied Sahitya, and even acquired spiritual knowledge. Women of Vedic times got very good name and fame as poetesses and also as mantra drashtas, the rishikas. And among them, we can count so many people are there: Ghosha, Lopamudra, Apala, Romasha, Surya Savitri, etc. So the women who were considered as Adhikari, having the power to teach, so they used to teach and impart knowledge to others. So they even used to speak in the Sabha called as Vitatha and they used to participate in poem recitation, mantra sloka recitation, explaining the meanings, and in singing the ruks, Veda mantras, Vedic hymns, and even in Purana prasangas, they used to follow and give pravachanas. So all these are known to us from Rigveda mantras. There are certain mantras in Atharvana Veda which say that the girls should acquire scholarliness, and also after getting a little matured age and after acquiring knowledge, then only she should be given in marriage to suitable vara. So there are mantra drashtas among women. Some of them are drashtas of Rigveda mantras. So many mantras are there which are seen, and by the anugraha of Paramatma, they became the drashtas of those mantras. Apala had the darshana of Indra's power, Devendras, and told certain mantras in praise of Devendra. Then Lopamudra, Sheshiyama, Ghosha, Surya Savitri, Kakshavati, Indrani, Swartha, Kamayani, Shechi Paulomi, Sarvarani or Sarvarani, they say at some other places, then Urvasi, etc. So many women are the drashtas of certain Veda mantras, and they are called as Rishikas, Rishis and Rishikas. So in those days, they used to celebrate Upanayana Samskara also, even to girls along with boys. Even girls used to study Vedas. Among them, certain people are Brahmavadins. They study throughout their lives. Then there are Brahma Jignasins, that is those who are desirous of acquiring Brahma Jnana. So they try to acquire Brahma Jnana and become Brahma Jnanins, Brahmavetas. They are the Brahmavadis. So some other girls study till they get married. Then they are called as Sadyudvahas. Udvaha means Vivaha. A lady by name Kasha Krutsava wrote a very big book on Mimamsa Shastra. Those who follow her are called as Kasha Krutinaha. Kasha Krutinas, we say. Gargi, Maitreyi, Pratitheyi, etc. They are Brahmavadins and they got Brahma Jnana also. Gargi discussed about Brahma Jnana, Brahma Tattva Vicharana with Yajnavalkya Maharshi in the court of King Janaka. These discourses are given in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Many sages questioned Yajnavalkya regarding Brahman. Then Gargi also twice she questioned Yajnavalkya Maharshi, and finally she declared that undoubtedly Yajnavalkya Maharshi is a Brahmaveta, Brahmajnani. Then Yajnavalkya Maharshi once decided to go to forest to do penance forever. So he divided his wealth in between his two wives, Maitreyi and Katyayani, and seek their permission. Unless wife permits, the husband cannot take sannyasa ashrama. So then Maitreyi questioned him, can I become immortal with this wealth? Then he said no. Then she said, Kimaham tena kuryam yenaham namrutasyam na amrutasyam. What shall I do with this by which I cannot become immortal? So you please teach me that knowledge by which I become immortal. Thus she requested and prayed her husband to impart Brahmajnana to her. Sa hovacha maitreyi yenaham namritasyam kimaham tena kuryam yadeva bhagavan vetha tadeva me bruhi iti. Whatever you know, you please tell me. That she requested. In the Kathopanishad, the wife of Yamadharmaraja advised him to worship and please the guest, a Brahmin boy, Nachiketa, who came to their home and house and stayed there for 3 days without eating and anything and drinking even water. Even without sleep, he waited for the arrival of Yamadharmaraja, who was out of station at that time when he entered their house. It is the duty of the wife to give proper advices at the time of necessity to husbands, to her husband. In Kena Upanishad, Brahma Vidya appeared in the form of Uma Devi. Uma Haimavati Bahusophamana, it said. So she is Brahma Vidya Swarupini. And she taught Brahma Vidya, the knowledge about Parameswara, to Devendra. Then in Devi Bhagavata, Parabrahman is shown as Trimurti, Adi Parashakti. Then Durga Devi or Chandi Paradevata, Parambika we say. Naturally, women have Sahana, Vinaya, Prema, Apyayata, Anuraga, Tyaga, and Saukumarya, delicacy of body and mind and thoughts also, etc. Noble qualities, and also possess courage. They are so dhiras. In the olden days, all women are dharmanishtas. They possess dharmanishta, daiva bhakti, shastra jnana, and they led their lives, righteous lives they led. And according to shastra, they lived throughout their lives and tried to achieve all purusharthas. 4. Rigveda 3rd mandala 55th anuvaka 16th mantra says that the girl who is well educated and unmarried should be married to a worthy young person. The father should not think of doing marriage to a girl at her early age before mature. She gets matured mentally and physically. So at the Vedic age, girls have freedom to move here and there freely. Because in those days, that was actually as if it was Kruta Yuga. So only Dharma and Satya prevailed all over. No, never anybody even get bad ill intentions in their minds, anybody. So there is freedom for movement to girls and everybody. They go to the exhibitions of a sort of recreation, and also during festival times they used to enjoy with their friends and relatives going out. During autumn season, people used to celebrate a festival by name Samana for 1 day, full 1 day, just as nowadays this Vivaha Kalpataru is conducting from morning to evening. That is to seek bride and bridegroom mutually understanding and getting fixed their marriages. Like that, in those days also it was there. So young girls and boys move freely, expressing their thoughts. That freedom was always under the under Dharma, and also under the supervision of their parents, elders. If any girl wants to select any youth as her, any young boy as her life partner, she used to tell that to her parents, and the elders of both boy and girl would talk mutually, and they used to celebrate their marriages in the, that is in everything as suitable to them, befitting manner. So after the marriage, the priest blesses the bride Vadhu and says, "Oh Vadhu, you keep your step in your in-laws' house with auspicious thoughts and noble feelings. Have positive ideas towards all people there and do good to them. Wish them well, wish their welfare. Do good even to the servants and cattle of that house. This mantra is there in 85th. This is the 85th mantra of Dashama Mandala of Rigveda. The Vara holds the finger of Vadhu and together they enter into Vara's house. Then he says, Samrajni Shvasuro Bhava. You become the queen to your in-laws' house, that is to our house. By this we can know how much value is given to a girl in her in-laws' house and how a married girl should behave in her in-laws' house. In the olden days, the Gruhini used to take care of the fire and see that the fire is not extinguished. She is Sahatharmacharini. So she used to participate in all vratas, Nitya Naimitika karmas along with her husband. Both wife and husband, they used to live very happily and serve Vara's mother and father, that is her in-laws, and observe Gruhastha dharmas. If we read our Itihasas and Puranas, we can know the dharma tejas of our women, Haindava Stris. We should bow down to the Pativratas like Arundhati Mata, Anasuya Devi, Sati Savitri, Sati Sumati, Sita Mata, Draupadi Devi, Mandodari, Tara, Sati Sulochana, Renuka Devi, Ahalya, Sukanya, Rohini, Brunda Devi, then Shekuntala, Damayanti, Gandhari Devi, etc. So many people are there who are very chaste Pativratas and exhibited the power of their Pativratya in their lives. So several innumerable pious personalities are known who served their husbands as their mother, father, preceptor, friend, and God by Trikaranas. Love him, worship him, and serve him. And due to their Pativratya Mahima and Alaukika Shakti, they performed wonders and beneficial works to the entire mankind, to the world. This is well known to all of us. So many stories we know regarding these, all these ladies. Then Mahabharata speaks of a Gruhini who by the power of her Pativratya could see the incident that occurred in a forest in her absence. A disciple by name Kautsa comes to her house for bhiksha. She asks him to stay a while so that she has to bring the bhiksha, the plate filled with bhiksha, and goes in to get food for as bhiksha to him. Meanwhile, her husband, who is very much tired and who is very hungry, comes home. So the moment she sees her husband tired and hungry coming home, immediately she takes care of him, gives water to wash the feet, drink and all. Then she serves food to him. When he completes eating food, then she remembers about that Brahmin boy who came and whom she asked to stay. Then immediately she makes the plate ready with bhiksha and goes and gives the bhiksha to him. But Kautsa was very angry because she delayed a lot. He gazes at her with anger. Then immediately she says, I am not a bird to be burnt by your angry sight as you have burnt the bird earlier. Nobody should have anger, especially the Brahmins and Vidyarthins. So you should have self-control. This sort of exhibiting anger is not befitting to you. And so she advises him to go to Dharmavyatha, to Mithila Nagara, to acquire knowledge of Dharma, to know what is Dharma. Then she said that she could see what had happened in the forest due to her Pativratya Mahima. Kautsa was reciting Veda mantra standing under a tree there in the forest. Then a crane standing on the branch of that tree leaves excretion on him, and immediately he lifted his head and saw that bird with anger. So the moment he saw the bird, it fell down dead on the body and it was burned to ashes by his anger. So this incident was mentioned by her and said that brahmacharis should never have anger on under any circumstances and especially for such silly reasons. Then Arundhati Mata is the wife of sage Vasishtha one of Saptarshis. Because she could not bear the separation of her husband even for one moment, she shines as a star in the sky near her husband, who is shining as star in Saptarshi Mandala. There are no couple in our Sanaatana Dharma who have not saluted to Arundhati Mata at the time of their marriage. So all of us, we do pranamas to Arundhati Mata, especially at the time of marriage. Then Anasuya Devi, the wife of Atri Maharshi, turned Trimurtis, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheswaras into small infant babies with her Pativratya Mahima. She became their mother, gave them her milk, taking them into her lap. Later, she put them in cradle to sleep. And then three Shaktis came in search of their husbands, and they bowed down to the feet of Arundhati Mata, Anasuya Mata, and requested her to release their husband. Such is that Pativratya. So Sati Sumati stopped sunrise by her Pativratya Mahima because a sage cursed her husband that he would die the next day morning when sun rises. Knowing this, she prayed sun god and requested him, and she commanded him not to rise till she says. So sun god obliged her words because she is a Pativrata. Sun did not arise at all. All the worlds are merged in darkness. Then Anasuya Mata consoles Sati Sumati and convinces her that no harm will occur to her husband, and it is not proper to restrict sun to rise and do his duty and afflict the whole world. Then Sati Sumati allowed sun to rise. At the rise of sunset, at the rise of sun, her husband fell dead, but was immediately revived by the Pativratya Mahima of Anasuya Mata. Then Anasuya Devi blessed Sati Sumati and her husband to live long with good health and happiness. King Dushyanta and Shakuntala, they are not only ideal couple, but they are very ideal mother and father, parents. They thought that the boy who has to rule the entire Bharata Varsha should not grow amidst the royal enjoyments or royal glory, the pleasures of worldly enjoyments, pleasures, which tempt everybody every minute. So he should be brought up at peaceful and pious spiritual atmosphere of hermitage under the able guidance of Maharshis and the teachings of great Maharshis there. So to gain Brahma Tejas, Brahmi Tejas, along with inherent Kshatra Tejas. So they decided to bear the pangs of separation, though recently got married, for the golden future of their son, who would be the ruler and protector of Yavad Bharata Varsha. So leaving his pregnant wife Shakuntala at Kanva Maharshi's ashrama, King Dushyanta returned to his kingdom. Their son Bharata, actually he was called as Sarvadamana. His name is Bharata, and because he is controlling all the animals, tigers, lions and all, so he was called as Sarvadamana. And also because he got sense control also. So when he grew up and became full-fledged person with valor and knowledge and became worthy to be coronated as the king with all his efficiency, scholarliness in all shastras, and especially well-versed in archery, etc., Kshatriyochita Vidyas. She took him and came to Dushyanta's royal court directly along with her son and asked Dushyanta to coronate their son. But King Dushyanta refuses to recognize both of them, and bluntly he says that he does not know them. He knows well that Shakuntala came to, he knows in his heart that Shakuntala is capable of proving her chastity and purity, and she is capable of proving that she is his wife and this boy is their son. So he had that confidence. That is why he said, because as a king, he should speak like that only. he said because their marriage took place at the hermitage of Kanva Maharshi, which is the two in the absence of Kanva Maharshi, in fact, and in the absence of the citizens of his kingdom who are unaware of their marriage. They do not know that the marriage took place. So there Shakuntala so bravely speaks about Dharma and also the greatness of the father. And also she says that there are so many sakshis, witnesses. She says that there are Dharma Devata, day and night, then Upaya Santyas, Pancha Mahabhutas, 33 gods and 33 crores of gods, Devata Ganas, then sun, moon, stars, and especially one's own Antaratma is the main Sakshi, and also one's own shadow is also the Sakshi. All these are always witnessing what all we are thinking, we are doing, and we are implementing. So they are all Sakshis and they are the witnesses for our marriage. So she says that, and she asks Dushyanta to embrace his son so that he will enjoy the Putragatra Parishvangana Sukha, which will make him realize that he is his son. So then Asari Ravani announces that Shakuntala is Dushyanta's wife and this Bharata is their son. And then with the acceptance of all the public, Dushyanta accepts her and honors her as queen and makes her sit by his side. And then he coronates his son as a prince. Then Queen Madalasa, she is such a great, brave Brahma Jnani, and she is a when she was a girl, then onwards she had interest in searching the real aim of life and the nature of Prakriti, Purusha, Paramatma, Jiva, and everything. And befitting to that, her father also was a very great Brahma Jignasu. So whoever scholars come to their kingdom, they used to discuss about all spiritual, regarding spiritual jnana. Then she used to listen to them and then she got interest. So she studied the Vedas and then Shastras and later Upanishads and got initiated. She has acquired Brahma Jnana and became Brahma Jnani even before her marriage. But because of this Upathi dharmas are to be followed, and her father got her married to a worthy king. So she accepted. She started behaving normally as all people do. Then after marriage, she requests her husband that son, they will get children automatically, and she wants to take care of children in whatever manner she wants to bring up, she will do. He will not object. He said, okay. He said, I will name them. I will put name to them and you can bring them very bravely as you like. That bravery, he thought of heroism as king. She thought that braveness is self-control and acquiring Brahma Jnana. So thus they get one after another 3 children, and all these 3 sons, since their childhood, she, even when they are in the cradle, she used to sing such songs of imparting Brahma Jnana, teaching them that they are not body, mind, indriyas or whatever may it be, and they are Chit Swarupa, Chidananda Rupa, Sivoham, that she taught them. And when they grew a little, they became Brahma Jignasus, and so they left their mother and father, the kingdom, and went to the forest to acquire Brahma Jnana. Then the king was very much worried because first son went, second son and third son also went away, and then they got 4th son. Then as soon as the son was born, king requests her that because he is the king, someone should be there to rule the kingdom after him. So he requests her to leave this son and permit him to bring him up in such a way as he likes, befitting to become worthy of a king and ruling the kingdom, because that is Kshatriya Dharma. So she also accepts and she says she will put the name. She will name him and then king can bring him up as he likes. She names him as Alarka. Alarka means actually a mad dog. Then this king brings him up with all Kshatriyochita Vidyas and all. He becomes a very valorous and gets very great, good personality, but they to become the king. Then they celebrated his marriage and also coronated him. Then they wanted to leave the kingdom and go to Vanaprastha. At that time, this mother, Madalasa, she presents a ring. She presented a finger ring to her son and said that you never open this ring unless you feel that you are very much distressed in this life and there is no way to come out. At that time only you open the ring. Then he said, okay, and he did not open. He became the king. He started ruling the kingdom very nicely. Then he got children, brought them up, and then on one day he feels a sort of loneliness and gets a real vairagya and detachment. Then he gets frustrated and he wants to, then he remembers his mother's words and then opens the ring. And when he removes the diamond, there is a small paper wherein it is written that you are not this body, you are Satchidananda Paramatman. The moment he saw that, that is great advice. So he coronates his son and leaves for forest, and he also became Brahma Jignasu, Brahmajnani, and got Mukti. So Madalasa is such a great mother who made all her children realize the real aim of life. In the Vedas, it is mentioned that the women were not only Brahmavadins and Rishikas, but also there are great doctors, then surgeons, warriors, and great poetesses and all. So they treated all those who were wounded at the time of battle. Even in those days, battles used to take place. So when they are wounded, or suppose anybody got any sort of diseases, because that is the nature of body, these women used to serve them. Then Satyabhama, Kaikeyi, etc. exhibited their valor in the battlefield, going along with their husbands to do war. Then Aditi Devi, then Kasyapa Maharshi, this couple, they performed penance. Then Devaki Vasudevas, Nanda Yashodas, Marudvati Mrukandu Maharshis, then King Dasaratha and his queens, then King Dilipa and Sudakshina Devi, all these couple, they did severe penance and homas to get worthy children. So the wonderful power of Dampatya Dharma of divine couple, Devata Dampati and Rishi Dampatis, got perfection in the couple Sri Sitaramas, Manava Dampatis. So Sita Mata is always ideal to all of us by her chastity and pativratya. All the gods and especially fire god and Bhumata praised the chastity and pativratya of Sita Mata. When Sita Devi was in the capture of Ravana at Lankanagara and was sitting under a tree, Ashoka tree, then Anjaneya Swami, who came in search of her, requests her and prayed her to sit on his shoulders so that he would immediately carry her to her husband Sri Ramachandra and hand her over to him. Then Sita Mata refused. She said that, she said to Anjaneya Swami that, oh Hanuma, I know your capacity and also I know that you are like my son. Even then, it is my vow that I never touch Parapurushas. So I will not come along with you sitting on your shoulder. So in fact, my husband is such a great person, great warrior, that, and he is such a noble husband, worthy to be praised by entire mankind. So he should exhibit his valor he should come here, fight with Ravana, kill Ravana, and then only with great respect and honor, he should accept me. He should take me. So that is how she expressed her feelings. That is why Sri Sita Mata became ideal to entire Nari Loka and to entire mankind. They that and Sita Ramas are the most ideal couple whom we worship. Then actually at the time of puja, worship also, first we say Parvati Parameswara, then Lakshmi Narayana, then Brahma Vishnu, Brahma Saraswati, then Devendra Sechi Devi, Devata couple, then Arundhati Vasishtapyam Namaha, then Sri Sitaramapyam. That is how the procedure comes. So Pativratya means to follow the husband by Trikarana Suddhi, Manovakayas, Radha Devi, Rukmini Devi, Satyabhama, Gopikas, Sati, Sakkubai, Mirabai, then Rishi Patni is mentioned in Bhagavatam, then Upaya Bharati Devi, the wife of Mandana Misra. She is spoken as the Amsha of Saraswati Mata. Then Bhamati, such a great Tyagamurti. Then Rani Madalasa, etc. Several women got very good name and fame by their Satitva and devotion and by their Tyaga Gunas. In the medieval age also, several women became famous as great poetesses, queens, Achyatmika Vedas. Then Malla Ramayana is very famous. Malla wrote Ramayana, Srimad Ramayana in Telugu. Beautiful, simple, usage style she wrote in Telugu. Then Subhadra, Palgu Hastini, Morika, Padmavati, then Bhavadevi, Indulekha, Sheila Bhattarika, Vidyavati, Vijayambika, Ganga Devi, Tirumalamba, Mathuravani, Devakumarika, then Rama Bhadraamba, etc. Several women, they are women poetesses, wrote several granthas in Sanskritam. In the modern age, Queen Abbakka, Rani Abbakka we say, and her daughter is also Rani Abbakka too. Then Veeranari, Jhansi Boy, Velu Nachiyar, then Jijia Boy, Srimati Durgabai Deshmukh, Srimati Sarojini Naidu, Vyomagami Sunita Williams, Srimati Dokka Seetamma Garu. The name we mention, immediately we should salute her. She is such a great woman who gave food to lakhs of people who are in hunger and in need. Then Jillalamudi Amma also, then Srimati Kasturibai Gandhi also, etc. Many women got name and fame by social service, by their intelligence, and also by their talents. Then Mother Jijiabai molded her son Shivaji to Chhatrapati Shivaji. Many mothers sacrificed their lives and their children for the protection of their kingdom. In ancient times, several astonishing incidents occurred which really create wonder to us. Once Renuka Devi, the wife of Jamadagni Maharshi, happened to see a Gandharva couple doing Jalakrida. Just for one moment, when she saw that incident when she went to bring water, to fetch the water with full of pot. When she returned to her hermitage, Jamadagni Maharshi asked her sons, their sons, to cut the head of mother one by one, starting from elder son. 4 sons they refused because they cannot kill their mother. Then Parasurama, the 5th son of Jamadagni Maharshi and Renuka Mata, as soon as father asked him, immediately he cut the head of his mother, obliging the command of his father. His father asked him to choose a boon. Then Parasurama asked his father to revive his mother. Then Parasurama then Jamadagni Maharshi revived Renuka Mata and all other brothers also, because Parasurama, not Parasurama, Jamadagni Maharshi himself killed them when they disobeyed his words. So all of them are revived by Jamadagni Maharshi. Parasurama knows fully well the great spiritual power and the power of penance of his father. So he knows that his father got such taposhakti by which he can revive even dead people. That is why he obeys the words of his father, because whatever elders say, we have to oblige, and that also whatever works they do only for the sake of protecting dharma, not with any other personal feelings. So in those days, even if for one moment the mind goes sideways, they used to feel paschatapa and also undergo prayaschitta. This is also of one such sort of prayaschitta given to her by her husband to purify her. Then says Jamadagni washed away the sin that occurred to Renuka Devi and purified her and accepted her. In fact, Renuka Devi did not do any wrong deed at all, even then, because in those days they were so pious and dharmikas that they always want to be sanctified, to remain sanctified. So human beings are ordinary persons, in fact, with sattva, rajas, and tamo gunas. In great people, sattva guna predominates. Rishis are greater than best great human beings. Maharshis possess divya drishti, trikala jnana, and samadrishti due to their taposhakti. Then gods are even more powerful than Maharshis because of their divinity. Then Paramapativrata Ahalya Devi, the wife of Gautama Maharshi, was extremely beautiful by physical beauty and by her chastity and mental purity and beauty also. To do some Loka Kalyana through Gautama Maharshi, Devendra, the Lord of Gods, came to Gautama Maharshi's hermitage in disguise of Gautama Maharshi in the early morning hours to meet Ahalya Devi when Gautama Maharshi went to river to take bath. Then Ahalya Devi recognized this Devendra, though he is in the form of her husband, yet she recognized him to be Devendra and she asks him to go away, leave that place and go to heaven. At that very moment, again, Gautama Maharshi comes back, returns from river, because that was not in fact early morning time, but this Devendra only created such sort of feeling. So immediately he cursed Devendra and also ordered Ahalya Mata to do penance, becoming invisible to others. He also said that when Sri Ramachandra comes to their hermitage, then she would appear in her normal physical form to give Atidhya to Sri Rama Lakshmana, Sri Ramachandra. Then, and by that time, her sin would completely get vanished. Though Ahalya Devi, in fact, did not do any wrong deed at all, but she got a little proud feeling in her mind that Devendra came to her presence being impressed by her beauty. That's how she thought. So even thinking in the mind in such a way is also not allowed by both of them. So she did Prayaschitta and purified herself by Bhagavan Nama Japa. When Rama Lakshmana entered the hermitage of Gautama, Ahalya Mata came in normal form, and that very moment, says Gautama also came there, and both of them together, they gave Atidhya to Sri Ramachandra, Rama Lakshmanas. Then in those days, if any wife does any wrong deed, the husband never used to leave her. They used to purify themselves and live together happily lifelong. Because in our Sanaatana Dharma, leaving the wife or giving divorces, they are not at all there. They have to purify themselves and live together as long as they live. So our Shastra says, Santusto Bharyaya Bharta, Bhartra Bharya Tathaivacha, Yasminneva Kule Nityam, Kalyanam Tatravai Dhruvam. It is there in Manudharma Shastra. That family in which the wife and husband are mutually happy and satisfied mutually, then there certainly auspiciousness and happiness prevails. All members of that family would live very happily and cheerfully. Na gruham gruhamicyakuhu gruhini gruhamuchyate. In fact, we say the house is not the house. The gruhini is the house. So just as light comes due to Deepa, due to the light, the Kanti comes, the happiness and luster comes to the house with a noble wife. The wife who got Gruhini with noble thoughts. We call Gruhalakshmi. Wife is Lakshmi to that house. Each and every wife is their Gruhalakshmi. So every man is indebted to woman after God, because woman is the mother, the sister, wife, daughter, and relative. It is the Stree that gives the sense and perfection to the life of Purusha. Every woman shines with Streetva, Patnitva, and then Matrutva. Such a woman of our culture, of our Sanaatana Sampradaya and Sanaatana Samskruti, is treated as Sati Devi, Shakti, Jagat Janani, and Jagan Mohini also, and is protecting the greatness of our Hindu culture. But at this present age, most of present day girls are being infatuated by foreign culture and influence, and they started to imitate the foreigners, leaving our best cultured way of thinking and living. They wanted to imitate foreign behavior, dressing, and even way of life. So we should always recognize the our great heritage, the magnificence of our culture, and follow and protect our culture and our traditions. Nobody should be egoistic, especially the women. Wife and husband should always have understanding and obliging nature, and they should lead their life as ideal parents to their children. Our Sanatana Dharma always respects women as treating them as goddesses. Once one foreigner asked Swami Vivekananda why ladies of India do not give shake hand to other male persons. Then Swami Vivekananda questioned him, can you give shake hand to your queen, the queen of your country? Then that person said no. Then Swami Vivekananda replied, all the women of our country are queens. So except to their husbands, they do not give shake hand to others. This is our culture. Then Swami Vivekananda said, if a man is educated, he alone is educated. But if a woman is educated, the whole family is educated. So respecting women is respecting ourselves and respecting our traditions and culture. Now, the next topic we have to take, it is 11th topic. 11th topic is traditionally coming customs and acharas and sampradayas and scientific reasons behind them. In fact, this is a very vast topic with very so many points which can be explained in a very detailed manner. In fact, on our Kapre, Khanapati Kapre ji, he is teaching us Sadachara. So in those discourses, we are knowing all these points in detail. Just I will touch the points, and then so many other traditional customs and acharas are there, which everybody should know. So as far as our time permits, I will start today and complete it tomorrow. So achara, we say, actually, what is achara, what is sampradaya, even the meaning of the words we should know. Acharati iti acharaha, we say, that which we practice is achara. Then achara becomes our sampradaya. The word achara is formed from the root chara, chara to wander, charati, we say. To this root chara, a is the upasarga a is added. A means a samantat, completely, totality. A means it completely brings out all round vision. So acharati iti acharaka. So the customs which are being followed by our forefathers, great-grandfathers, grandfathers, parents, they are all called as acharas. We say this is our achara, this is our pathati, that is our custom, like that we say in our life, which is being followed in a particular family or in a particular village, etc. Then the word sampradaya, it's very beautiful word. Sampradaya is the word, is formed from the root da, yecha, to give, yechati. Da means to give, dana, data, daya, damyata. All these words came from the root da. So to this root da, the upasargas, sam and pra, both are added. When sam and pra are added to da, then the word becomes sampradaya. Sam means samyak, very nice, greatly, beautifully. Pra also means prakrusta, that is also very highly and gratefully. So sampradaya means well given, greatly offered, greatly given. Dayam actually means given. Pradayam, we say prakrustam dayam, well given, greatly given. So sampradayam means samyak prakrustam dayam, that which is being practiced perfectly and given to us by our ancestors is called as sampradayam. Actually, dayam also means a part, bhaga. Dayadis, we say. Those who got right of part are called as dayadis. They are also called as jnatis, we say. That is blood relatives having right on our properties or on relationships. They got dayat, that is the bhaga, dayatva. Then several times we use the word sampradaya in the sense of achara, almost. So mostly in connection with daiva karyas, dharma karyas, and at the time of upanayana, vivaha, etc., we speak about prantiya bhedas, differences of practicing according to people of a particular place or to a particular family dynasty also. We can believe that daya means dattam, which is given to us by God, even by our parents or even elders. That is dayam. When we donate anything to others, that is called as pradhanam. So dayam is they give us, dhanam is we are giving to others. So whatever is given to us is being offered to God first, and then to enjoy them is called as sampradhanam, or that is also sampradaya. So that by practicing which God will be pleased with us is called as sampradaya, and that method is called as sampradaya pathati, the system of observing sampradaya. God gave us the method of life to live, how to lead the life. That method is given to us by God in Shastras, in Vedas actually, then in Shastras. So to follow Shastra is Sampradaya. If we follow that, we get very auspiciousness and then happiness in life. We should always follow the Sampradayas to have a happy life and to get perfect fruit of actions we do. If we do not follow Sampradayas, we not only will not get benefited, but also sometimes we may lose or we may suffer also. The rules and restrictions that we follow to make our mind, intellect, and all the body function properly are called as sampradayas. So the works which are to be done as per Shastras is called as sampradaya. So by eating what sort of food, our body gets strength and intellect develops and noble thoughts, sattvika gunas develop. That sort of food should be offered first to God, and then when that becomes naivedya, becomes prasada, then we must eat it. Prasada means Paramatma's anugraha when enters into the food or in persons, that is prasada. Prasada guna, pleasing quality. So by this spiritual by eating such prasada, Anna, then we get spiritual power and noble thoughts and spirituality develops in us. This is our sampradaya. So to offer food to God and then to eat prasadana is our sampradaya. The aim of sampradaya is to obtain shreyas. Shreyas is beneficial way of life for a long time is called as shreyas. Nishreyas means moksha. So by following the rules and restrictions which produce good to us is Shreyo Marga, the way of life arranged by our sages for the sake of us to get the favor of God is also called as Sampradaya. Those methods are Sampradayas. So to lead such Sampradaya Baddha Jivana gives us happiness here on this earth, gives eternal bliss. Hereafter, after leaving this body, and also with due practice and sadhana, we can get Nisreyas. We, that is all Hindus, all Bharatiyas, Sanaatana, Dharmanuyayis, lead Sampradaya Baddha Jivana, even before we take birth as human beings, till we leave this body. Every day since we get up till we go to bed. So innumerable sampradayas and acharas are there. For each and every achara, there is a scientific reason behind. There are social, divine, and health reasons pertaining to health also. Health reasons and also care. A lot of care is behind them. So by following them, we should enjoy the benefits. So there are innumerable meanings behind all the acharas we follow, customs. Because the children, it is very difficult to explain all the scientific reasons or the reasons behind the antararthas of all these and the inner meanings behind these words. It's very difficult to explain to all children, all those who get doubts and all. So our elders said, this is our sampradaya, this is our custom, you should follow. Because they experienced it and with experience they gave us. So we have to oblige and do that and get benefited and enjoy the fruits. Why to suffer unnecessarily? So we say this is our sampradaya. So you follow this. If you follow, you will get benefited. Otherwise, you will not. You will not get benefit and you may get suffer. You may have to suffer also. Thus saying, our elders asked us to follow certain customs and way of life. And we just used to follow them without questioning. We just used to follow and do whatever our Shastra said, whatever our mother, father, and acharyas, teachers, or elders say. Almost till recent times, for lakhs of years, we followed such customs. Till recent times, we followed the words of our elders and did whatever they said. But nowadays, the youth and even children question, and until we explain them to their satisfaction, they will not follow. Questioning with enthusiasm is always, of course, better. Even in Upanishads, they question and gurus explain. So through question and answer, they gained a lot of knowledge. But here, actually, these youngsters and children, they are questioning as if heckling our Sanaatana Dharma, the method, Sampradayas and all. Because they do not have confidence and respect to our Shastra and to our elders. In fact, this is very bad. It is avinaya, dhurtatva, we can say, by which they become losers. One should have confidence that whatever our elders say is for one's welfare only, for the welfare of us only. So with much experience and affection on us, our elders instruct us something and show the way of life, and they give good advices. Because they always think that their children should not suffer as they suffered. But if children realize this fact, then they enjoy without hardships. If they say they will not believe until they have that experience, they become losers and they suffer in life. The Shodasya Samskaras we follow in our lives are our acharas. Acharas only, in fact. We got so many kulacharas, matacharas, then they cause us benefits. Says Gautama Maharshi gave us sampradayas and acharas through his work, Gautama Dharma Sutras. Atha acharan pravakshyami. Now I will speak about acharas. Achara lapate dharmam. Achara lapate sukham. Acharad apnuyan moksham. Tasmad acharam acharet. So by following acharas, that is traditions, we can get dharma, righteousness, happiness, and even liberation. So we must follow our traditions, acharas. The first achara said in Charaka Samhita is Brahmi Muhurte Uttishtet Rakshartham Ayushyam Ayushaha. Rakshartham Ayushaha. We should get up during last part of night, early morning time, during Brahmi Muhurta Samaya to have a long life. The Brahmi Muhurta Samaya is from night to 2 p.m. to morning 2 a.m. to morning 6 a.m. So the correct time to get up, wake up is in between 3 to 4 or 4:30 also a.m. during early morning hours. So one should wake up at 4 a.m. In fact, the night is having 12 hours time. Since evening 6 to morning 6 a.m., 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., 12 hours. 12 hours are divided into 3 parts. From 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Is first part, and Sri Mahalakshmi Devi is the Adhisthana Devata of that time. Second part is from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., to which goddess Parvati Devi, Jagannatha, is governing deity. Then third part is from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Then goddess Saraswati Mata is the deity of this time. So this time is called as Brahmi Muhurta. Brahmi is related to Brahma, the wife of Brahma, that is goddess Saraswati Mata. During that time, our mind and intellect also function very actively. The atmosphere will be very cool and calm. So we can concentrate properly during this time, either on studies or on dhyana, meditation, and doing sadhana. If we read or learn at this time, we can learn by heart easily. And also we will be very healthy. Our span of life increases by getting up during Brahmi Muhurta, and we will not normally get any sort of diseases because we are very healthy. Tathapi Vyathyadhyabhava eva Vyadhi adi abhava. Tatha api Vyadhi adi abhava eva ayushaha. This is what Shastra says. That is, not getting any diseases is getting ayushya, ayurdaya. It is there in Charaka Samhita. Tathapi Vyadhyadhyabhava eva ayushaha, says Charaka Samhita. It is most important that we should have long life to achieve our purusharthas. Eti jivantam anando naram varsha setadapi jivan bhadrani pashyati. If we are alive, then even after 100 years we can see shreyas to us, happiness and auspiciousness. Shanta manaso vinidrasati virodhe tat tyaktva as tyaktvanah chet tatra samstitaha pranapanau dharayet. Prana apanau dharayet, that is breathing, doing pranayama. So as soon as we wake up, immediately being on the bed or sitting at any other holy pious place, we should do pranayama. First we have to think that we are not this body, senses, mind or anything, but that power which is giving power to all this body, by which this body and senses function, that is I. that itself is Brahman. So I am Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi. That prayer one should do first. Meditate upon that. Then later they have to do pranayama. By doing pranayama, we will be very healthy. Then we should do Bhagavad Dhyana, thinking of the gods and getting their favor. And also by doing Bhagavad Dhyana, our desires will be fulfilled. They immediately after waking up, we should rub both our hands together and see the upper part, middle part, and lower part of the hand. And then we have to think that all goddesses, three Shaktis are existing in our hand only. And we should pray, Karagre Vasate Lakshmi, Karamache Saraswati, Karamule Stita Gauri, Prabhate Karadarsanam. By rubbing the hands, we get activity. Then while keeping up our feet, before putting our feet on ground, we have to salute Bhumata and pray her like this. Samudra Vasane Devi Parvata Stanamandale Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam Padasparsang Kshamasvame. Please forgive me. I am going to keep my foot Padasparsha. Because she is mother, she will be pleased, in fact, and she blesses us. But the devotion and gratitude we must exhibit. After coming out of bedroom, we should brush our teeth and do all the works related to our body, taking bath, etc. That is, we should do all kalakrutyas. Afterwards, elders should do anushtanas. Vatus should do Sandhya Vandana and then Gayatri Mantra Japa, Agnihotra Karya, and then study Vedas, Veda Patana. All children should study their vidyas, their study material, whatever may be. Then Shastra says that those who sleep during sunrise time, that is, those who get up after sunrise, they will get a sort of sin by name Apya Devatas. They give sin to us. So, Apya Amrujata Surya Pyudite. Our Maharshis explained us well in our Shastras how to clean our teeth. Brushing is also, and how to do snana, how many varieties of snanas are there. All these they have given us in Shastras. With the sticks, branches, small sticks of Uttareni or neem tree, Vepachettu, we should clean our teeth and tongue also. Then in those days, they used to go out for toilets. So to what sort of places they have to go and where not to go, etc. are also explained in our Shastras. Then the procedure of taking bath is also explained in our Shastras. Deepanam Krishyam Ayushyam Snanam Urja Balapredam Snanam Urja Balapredam Kandumala Sveda Tandra Trut Daha Pap Majit. By doing snana, body gets luster, span of life increases, and we get strength to the body. Itches will be reduced. Then the dirt, sweat, etc. will be washed away. Not only this, while doing snana, the Sveda granthis on our body, on our skin, absorb water, by which the body will be healthy and lustrous. By that, our body becomes more strong. In the olden days, people used to take bath in rivers before sunrise. If not in rivers, they used to take bath in the olden days. At the places of wells, bavi we say. Then during the whole night, the moonlight will fall on the waters of rivers, these waters of wells. Thereby the water gets amrutatva, amruta guna in them. The moon rays are called, moon is called as amruta kirana, and moon rays are full of amrutatva in them. So moon's rays are so powerful that they give immortality to us, peace of mind to us, and longevity to us. Nowadays, we are taking bath in the bathrooms attached to the bedrooms with the water stored in buckets, only in the buckets, and that too not cool water and cold water, mixing hot water, lukewarm water we are using for taking bath. doing snana. So before taking bath, at least we should write either Sri or Om or swastik mark in that water, in that bucket, chanting either with our right hand or with one finger we can write, chanting the mantra sloka and inviting the holy waters of holy rivers to come and be present in that water of the bucket. Gange cha Yamune Krishne Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jale Asmin Sannithin Kuru. So if we do snana with such pious waters, we will get the punya and also effect of taking bath in river Ganges directly. So by doing bath, not only the dirt of the body would be removed, but also we get eligibility to by eligibility to do Vaidika karma anushtana, yogyata we get. That is why we have to take snana. This snana is kept in Nitya karmas. Nitya karma Smriti says, Sukhartham sarvabhutanam mata sarvaha pravruttayaha sukham cha na vina dharma tasma dharma paro bhavet. So we should always practice dharmas which provide happiness to all beings. Without dharma, we can never get eternal happiness. Therefore, everyone should always practice dharma. So, ityachara samasena yam prapnoti samacharan ayur arogyam aishwaryam yasho lokamscha shasvatan. Those who follow such sishtachara, which comes traditionally, will obtain meritorious eternal worlds, health, wealth, and longevity. Due to any relevant reasons of either ill health or during travel time, or due to maybe any other reasons, if jala snana, doing snana with water, completely pouring water from head to tiptoes, it is not possible, then at that time 6 types of gauna snanas are explained by Gautama Maharshi in his Dharma Sutra Granthas. Sharirasya asamarthyat deshakalayoh vaishamyat snanani etani tulyani sreshtam manasamuchyate. Manasika snana is the best among them. The 6 varieties of gauna snanas are Jalavagahu Varunam. This is the main. Jalavagahu Varunam. Bhasmana Agneyam. Gorajasa Vayavyam. Apohistadipir Mantraihi Brahmam Snanam. Naphe Rathak Prekshalanam. Murtham cha Ardravasasa. Sharira Sammarjanam Kapilam. Advayananda Chitswarupa Vishnu Chintanam Manasam. Yat Vatapa Varshe Tad Divyam Snanam. So completely pouring water over the body is Mukhya Snana. It is called as Varuna Snana. The Gauna Snanas are 6. They are, first one is to keep bhasma on the body, on different parts of the body, thinking of our Ishtadevata, is called as Agneya Snana. Then second is to sprinkle the dust of Gothuli on our body. Gothuli is the dust when cows are walking, their foot touches the dust. So the dust which is touched by the hooves of the cow or cows are so pious and holy that if we sprinkle that go raja on our body, that becomes snana, in fact. So that is called as Vayavya Snana. Now third one is to sprinkle water on the head and body parts, body with the mantras like Apohishta, Mayo, Puvaha, Tena, Tana, Urje, Datatana, etc. mantras, which everyone do during doing this Sancha Vandana. It is called as Brahma Snana. Then fourth one is to give sponge bath, that is with wet cloth. Dry. We have to put any cloth in water, sprinkle a little, and with that we can wash the upper parts, the face, chest and all with that cloth, and that is giving sponge bath to the upper part of the body above navel, and to wash the lower part of the body with water below the parts below the navel. It is called as Kapila Snana. Then fifth one is to think in the mind, the Paramatma, the Satchidananda Swarupa Parabrahman wholeheartedly, and to think that they have taken bath, they are taking bath in the holy waters of Ganges, Gangadhala. That is called as Manasa Snana. Then sixth one is, sixth Gauna Snana is when sun is shining in the sky, if it rains, that is our fortune. Then to take bath in such waters is called as Divya Snana. So out of all these varieties, Manasa Snana is the best. Especially when they are with diseases or fever or something, this Manasa Snana is best. So now after this Snana point, we can stop here, and other points we can continue tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll complete this topic. Then day after tomorrow, we'll start Kathopanishad. So Swasti for today.
Okay, ధన్యవాదములండి.
Dhanyawad.
Anybody has any questions in the chat box?
Yeah, there are 3 questions. I'll read them. First is, what is the difference between Sampradaya and Shishtachara?
Sampradaya, I have already explained in detail, you may be knowing. Then Sishtachara, Sishta Achara, the Achara which is being followed by Sishta people. Who are Sishtas? Those who are well versed in Shastra Jnana. The great noble people, Yajyad Acharati Sreshtaha Tattadevetaro Janaka. Sayat Pramanam Kurite Lokas Tadanuvartate, they said, Paramatma said. So Sishtas are those great people who got the knowledge of Shastra, and whatever they follow, just to blindly follow them is Sishtachara. Because we need not have to hesitate in following them, because they are Sishtas. Sishta means one who got knowledge of Shastra and is following in life.
And then Sampradaya is, they wanted the difference between Shishtachara and Sampradaya.
One and same.
Okay.
Sampradaya is hereditarily, it is coming given from Shastras, and
Right.
we are following. And then Sishtachara also, the same which is being followed by, if we get any doubt, if we, in any, with regard to any topic, any point, then whatever elders are doing, who are well versed in that particular field, who got very great knowledge and who are having noble thoughts, doing works for the benefit of society, who are impartial, who give us the right way of life, they are Sishtas. To follow whatever they say or whatever they are doing is Sishtachara. Is it clear now?
I think it's clear now. Okay. Next question is, the daily activities narrated in our Sishtachara Shastras are most ideal, which is not practically possible to follow now. Then what is the alternative? Are the Shastras same for all yugas, or they do differ for Kali Yuga?
Whatever they have given, all these are possible for all of us to follow sincerely, religiously. Suppose anybody under any circumstance cannot follow, then they are always, our people, it is, our Sanaatana Dharma is so considerable that if that way is not possible, in this way you can do, because there is no restriction. So, so many other ways are given in Shastras. They say, they ask us to do certain work in certain procedure. If that is not possible, there is another, they show another way. Even if that is not possible, another way they show us, we have to do. So easily everybody can do. Only thing is, we must have that bent of mind, the feeling, the regard, and the idea to follow them. That feeling should be there. That is most important.
Okay, thank you. And the other question is, why should we sleep with our head placed towards the south only?
Tomorrow I'm telling. Tomorrow I'm covering any other
Right.
point. and that is one of them.
Right. The other question is, what should a woman do after Snanam Puja or cook for food is to be offered as prasada?
The duty of a Gruhini, the duty of a Dharma Patni is always to help and support her husband and all family members. As a Dharma Patni, she has to arrange for the puja, nitya karmas, anusthana of her husband. By doing that, she will get half of the merit of what her husband does in either as anusthana or nitya karma or puja or something. Half of the merit she is getting just by providing the necessities to her husband. Then as a gruhini, it is her duty to cook and do all right household work with the chanting of Bhagavan. Ishtadevata Nama are mostly Gauri Mantra Japa. She has to do throughout her life whenever she gets time. Manasika Japa, it should always be continuously running in ourselves. That will prolong the life of a husband and also bring auspiciousness and long life to children also. Then as the mother, it is her duty to cook and right time and feed the children, to send them either to jobs or schools or something. So she has to do all her duties. That itself is her anusthana. That itself is her prayer, her puja, by which she will get moksha.
Uh, how Gayatri Mantra is denied for ladies when it was allowed in olden days?
In the olden days, actually, depending upon the physical health and capacity, the bearing capacity, and also the mental capacity of bearing such great spiritual power. Actually, Gayatri Mantra is the only mantra among Saptakoti Maha Mantras, which consists all Bijaksharas. All mantra letters are Bijaksharas. All 24 letters of Gayatri Mantra are Bijaksharas. And you know the greatness and great Vispotana Shakti of Bijaksharas. From Bija, the seed, the whole big tree comes out. Similarly, Bijaksharas are the root letters, which the entire Shabda Shakti comes out and all letters and Vangmaya came out. So this Gayatri Mantra got such that is such a great power, which that power is more powerful than even the atom bomb. When atom bomb is, you know, the great power of atom bombs, Hiroshima, Nagasaki and all, we got the experience, the knowledge through history. So this Gayatri Mantra Japa is more powerful than even the Vispotana Shakti of that atom bomb. So the body and mind should be ready to grasp that power and absorb it. Normally, the bodies of male bodies are meant for that purpose only. The bodies of women are not so capable and also not so worthy because of the God-given gift. And in fact, that ladies are already, once I told, I think in our Sanaatana Dharma lectures while speaking in Telugu, then that is how women are one of the four Tyagamurtis who took the part of sin acquired by Devendra and also got a boon. So due to that papa, these periods come to women when they got matured and till certain age time. And also they are blessed by Devendra that they will deliver children and prolong the dynasty. So those 4 days or 5 days, in fact, 3 days different, and then 4th day, Snana, 5th day, Marnilu, we say, that is second bath. Till that 4 days time, they should not utter, they should not listen Veda mantras. Especially there are certain mantras while doing Chandi Homa also, while doing Ganapati Homa, whatever homas, yajnas, yagas, they say at a particular time when they are reciting particular mantras, they ask the public, those who are gathered there, if any pregnant ladies are there, you please go inside, so that the sound will not be heard by them, because those mantra letters got such a power to break even the garbha vichitti will happen. That is the garbha will be broken. So abortion days, we say in our modern days. So the mantra Shakti is so powerful. So in the Vedic age, why they celebrated this Upanayana Samskara to girls is because in those days, I said already, that was like Kruta Yuga. So though automatically this Stritva is there in the body, yet the power to endure such spiritual power was also there to their bodies and mind, and they are so strong, so willing. They are Brahmajnanis. They think that they are not the body at all. When they have the sincere Brahmatma Bhavana and Dehatma Bhavana is not at all there, then what all dirt comes to the body, what all diseases come to the body, they never afflict. There is no touch at all, just as Ramana Maharshi or Ramakrishna Paramhamsa like that. In those days, people were like that. So even women, even girls were initiated this Upanayana Samskara, and even then, certain women, they, with their willpower, they got such a power that they are always pure. And normal girls, Sajodvahanis and all we spoke. So those girls also used to observe this 4 days vow, 4 days vrata, sitting at a different place. And in those days, they do not do this Sandhya Vandana, Gayatri Mantra Japa and all. And after purifying themselves, after 5th day, again they start doing. So, and during the middle age, till middle ages, in fact, this custom was there. Then during our middle age, when Mughals and all foreigners, mostly Muslim rights, started to trouble us, our Bharatiyas, then onwards, the mental and physical weakness started in women, because by force they captured our women, polluted our women, and harassed them. So slowly, even the mindset of gents also changed. A sort of fear arose in their minds. When fear enters our body, the body becomes very weak, and a sort of sithilatva, we say, the body becomes so weak that it cannot withstand such great power. So these are all the reasons. When elders say anything, there will be a reason that we should believe first, and we have to follow. We should, to know the points we can question, but we should never hesitate to follow what our Maharshi said.
When Sumati could stop Surya rising, she could have made her husband alive after death.
No, because it is the curse given by a sage. So the wife and husband have to undergo. Maharshi's walk, that is Divya walk, whatever sages say, that will take place. So Sati Sumati, though she is so great Pativrata, got so much Pativratya Mahima, she can help the entire universe, she can curse the entire universe. Even then, she cannot disobey the curse of a sage, the words of a sage. The sage has cursed that when sun rises, you will die. That is her husband, he will die. So that is the curse given to both the couple. When any curse is given to wife, automatically that is given to husband, and when it is given to husband, it automatically reflects to wife. So she does not have the power to revive her husband. But all other Sati Anasuya, Sati Arundhati, they are all so great Pativratas that they can control the whole Brahmandas. So she could revive Anasuya Mata.
Okay. Should you do pranayama before brushing?
Yes, we can do. That is what our Shastra said. We have to. As soon as we get up, sitting on the bed itself, even without, or if you want, as soon as we get up, you want to go out, then also for 1 single minute, we have to think of that Aham Brahmasmi, and then we have to salute our Ishtadevata, Kuladevata, Rishis, and all. In one single minute, we can do all this. Then Karagre Vasate, then Bhumata, Pranama, all this we can do. We can go to bathroom, wash, just to clean the face, that and all, and then come, and then also we can do. But our Shastra says, as soon as we get up, immediately sit on the bed itself, we should do. Even pranayama.
Okay.
A long time, only 3-4 breaths we have to do.
Kautsa is the same as Kaushika in the Dharma Vyada story.
Unable to listen?
Kautsa is same as Kaushika in Dharma Vyada story.
Yes, yes. Dharma Vyatha story in Kaushika, he is Kautsa, Kaushika, they said the names are different. But Kautsa is Varatantu Maharshi's Sishya. And Kaushika, but with the same name, there may be 2 or 3 or even many. Kaushika is also maybe given in Mahabharata. The name I don't remember. Kautsa or Kaushika. The names are different, so persons may be different, but with the same name. Kaushikas, maybe many people are there. Kautsas also are there. This Kautsa, who is the disciple of Varatantu Maharshi, and then approaches Raghu Maharaja, that he is different.
Okay. The second question is, nowadays, Pandits say that it causes male features in ladies if they utter Gayatri Japa. Is it correct?
No, it is not at all correct. When our ancestors, yeah, he is Kaushika, right? Kautsa is different by mistake. In the flow it has come. He is Kaushika. Kautsa is Varatantu Maharshi's disciple who approaches Raghu Maharaja and gets 14 crores of gold coins to offer as Guru Dakshina to his Guru. He is Kautsa. This person is Kaushika. By mistake, I think in flow it has come as Kautsa. He is Kaushika. Kaushika is correct. So Kaushika is the one who goes to Dharma Vyatha and learns about Dharma. That's correct.
Okay. So, when Gayatri Mantra with Om is given in Upanayana, can we do Japa, any mantra, with Om syllable without Upadesha?
Actually, to get the japa phala, and if we want to do any japa, the mantra should always be initiated by Guru, any Guru in any manner. Our Guru Acharya who initiates us the prime mantra, first mantra, either Gayatri mantra or Pranava Sahita Shadakshari Mahamantra, we say. Or any Astakshari mantra, Dwadasakshari mantra, or even Jagannatha mantras and all. The one who gives the first mantra, he got that will be initiated in the Shastrokta Vidhana procedure. Later on, that Acharya, if he wills, he can give any number of other mantras. If he asks the disciple, the Sishyas to do this mantra japa, that itself becomes a sort of Upadesha. So we can do, but unless Guru permits, mantra japa we should not do with Bijaksharas.
Okay, these are the questions from the chat box. Babu, now over to you.
This question I answered half and then went to that Kaushika, seeing on this display. Nowadays in schools also and outside also, all girls, without having the knowledge of our Sanaatana Dharma, without following elders' instructions, they are all reciting Gayatri mantra. That is very wrong, Shastra Viruddha. By such type of recitation, even that mantra loses its power. In ringtones in our cell phones and calling bells, they are keeping. In the schools, they with the shoes, the girls and boys, the children are reciting Gayatri mantra in the prayer as part of prayer. That is very bad, very wrong. We should all protest and educate the teachers and authorities of schools. That's really very bad. And the girls also, they do Gayatri Mantra Japa. That is not good. Suppose the Guru who gives us the first prime mantra, if instructs and permits us, after is below certain age and after certain age, the girls, women are permitted to do this japa. But in between that period, they should never do Gayatri Mantra Japa. That is without Upadesh. Any mantra should not be recited, particularly Gayatri Mantra.
Okay, thank you very much. These are the questions from chat box.
Thank you.
Okay, ధన్యవాదములండి.
Dhanyavadam.
I think we have finished with question and answer session.
Yes.
Now we will request Anantanji to chant Prarthana, please.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अदनाः सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
ధన్యవాదములండి అనంతన్ గారు. Now let us sing national anthem. All of you please stand up and sing along with Salla Chitbabu garu.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद
Jai Hind.
जय हिंद
ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు.
Okay, we can close.